Hello, and welcome to the third Double Masters draft on the channel. Here, our pack one's not looking great. The rares are pretty medium. Legion's Initiative and Nim Deathmantle, both pretty unplayable. There's Uncommon's Conclave Mentor as a really good Puzzles Encounters card. There's at commons, Is It Charm, Ground Assault, Forbidden Alchemy, Augur Spree, and Seeker Squire. I like taking the Conclave Mentor and maybe go into a counter strategy, since there's not much in this pack. And then yeah, this pack is really weak. Guess maybe a Wingstead Rider to go with it. Is Nim Deathmantle good? And just whenever non-token creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 4, return that card to the battlefield, and attach Nim Deathmantle to it. Yeah, having to hold up 4 mana just doesn't seem good. Yeah. I think I'd rather just take a Wingstead Rider. Here we have Kalia the Vast and Azuri, Claw of Progress. Azuri's interesting. We could try and go a Bant +1/+1 Encounters theme with Azuri and Conclave Mentor. Then there's also an Aether Snipe, Rampant Growths. Kalia doesn't really do anything besides be a 4 mana 2/2 flyer. You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's take Azuri. Let's see where that leads. And now an Elvish Rejuvenator. I like that. Over an Aqueduct or Go for the Throat. Or Pride Mage. Yeah, I like the Rejuvenator. Thrive would also be good, but I think that will wheel. And then here, a Rejuvenator number 2. And Burial Rites, Domestication. Domestication's always been medium. I've never actually seen it good. Just a worse control magic, and even control magic isn't amazing. So yeah, we seem to be going to more of a ramp style deck. We can try and do some Azuri stuff if it works out. As we get a Silencia's Sanctuary and a Devoted Druid. I like Devoted Druid. It's a good ramp card. But the Sanctuary is also really powerful, as any of these bounce lands are. Probably not playing the Wingstead Rider at this point, considering that our white fixate, it's double white. But I do like the Sanctuary. Let's take the Sanctuary. Bad land, or land can't be bad. Plus, especially when we're playing a Conclave Mentor, or most likely playing one. Now we want to pick up a bit more ramp, a bit more finishers, stuff like that. As we get, Grand Obida Augustin the Fourth. This is actually, I've played with it before, and it's a really good one in draft. Helps ramp you, it helps stop your opponents and slow them down. All in all, pretty strong card. Not really passing much up besides like God's Willing. Yeah, Grand Arbiter Augustin, even in limited, is pretty powerful and pretty mean to everyone else that you play against. The Sanctuary was definitely a nice pick over the Devoted Druid. I think it was correct there, even though we have these powerful 4-drops now. Here we have basically just a Deadly Recluse over anything. I guess maybe Capture Sphere. I don't really like it. Like, Capture Sphere is just one of the worst removal spells on the set, I would say. So yeah, I just take the Deadly Recluse. Works with Azuri well. It's a great blocker on defense. All in all, pretty good card. We have a lot of low power stuff for Azuri, but now we need some high powered stuff to actually finish the game. As we get a Spell Pierce, our next card, I believe, is going to be our Wheel Pack. Over Myth Realized. Yeah, let's take the Spell Pierce for the sideboard. In case we do need a Spell Pierce against some sort of aggressive spells deck. Do we want to play the Wingstead Rider? I don't think so. Just because of the double white mana cost. Like, Wingstead Rider's fine and all, but it's no Crone Skyguard. Here, Forbidden Alchemy looks decent. That's just a way to churn through our deck over like a Dragon Arc or something. Plus, it gets a little cheaper with Arbiter. So a little bit of synergy there, here and there. We would also like to pick up some more Cryptic Spires so we can start fixing our mana. Yeah, the Nim Death Mantle, I'm still not sold on it. Like, sure, it can get back ETB effects and reanimate stuff, but I don't feel like it's really worth it. And an Aether Snipe on the wheel, wow. Well, I guess we're picking up an Aether Snipe. Love the card. You can go into like a Bant-esque Flicker kind of deck. Kind of looking to do that. Here, Battlefield Promotion or Scab. I like the Battlefield Promotion, actually. Just as like a combat trick that also gives counters. Yeah. And now we take Transmutation or Breakthrough. Like, Breakthrough could be interesting, but you know what? Let's take the Hyena Umbra, actually. And wheel a Thought Scour or Livewire Lash. Yeah, let's just take the Thought Scour. And a Misfire Adept over a Makeshift Mauler. Put Fireblade Artist into the sideboard, because we're not ever going to play it. So yeah, all in all, Pack 1 was pretty good, and in Pack 2, we get Emil the Blessed. Now that is a card that we want in a Flicker-esque deck. So we can pick up Emil easily, and then Momentary Blink or Cryptic Spires. This is a Phantom Draft, so Allosaurus Shepherd isn't worth anything, especially on MTGO currency. Webweaver Changeling is also pretty good against the aggro decks. But I think I like the momentary blink to start getting like some ETB effects value. As we get past a Dauntless Escort, and that's really it in the pack. There's like Ambuscade, Cryptic Spires, but easy Dauntless Escort, just a way to protect stuff. Way to protect our big creatures, small creatures, in combat, out of combat, whatever. We could pick up some more removal, though. That we're a little lacking in that department. Like a Path to Exile or Bant Charm would be nice. Ambuscade there could have been okay. Not completely sold on it, though. Misfire Adept I don't think is going to make it. Just not really that good of a card in a non, prowess heavy deck. Especially at 4 mana. Here we have a Rancor's nice, but we're not really the deck for it. Deranged Assistant to help ramp a bit. I like Deranged Assistant here. Or like a Gnarlback or a Grapple with the Past. Or Bondkin. Yeah, let's take the Deranged Assistant. As now we get a Sensor Splicer, a Winged Coatl, an Aether Snipe, and a Thrive. I think I like the Sensor Splicer here. Just pretty good card overall. If we have some Flicker stuff, can do some more Flicker nonsense. And now we get a second Momentary Blink or a Relief Captain. Zur, I don't think we're playing. Like, it doesn't tutor out anything besides Hyena Umbra. Relief Captain or Momentary Blink. I like the Relief Captain. Let's see. Yeah, Relief Captain with the Conclave Mentor. And here we can take Deep Analysis, Einok, or Einok really. The Bondkin gives the... yeah. We'll take the Deep Analysis. And Glimpse the Unthinkable. Ooh, Spider Spawning. How many creatures do we got? 1, 2, 12 creatures. Spider Spawning is looking pretty decent. And now we get a Pride Mage or a Bondkin. I like the Pride Mage. It's a good 2-drop. And now we wield a Webweaver Changeling. Nice. And Eel Umbra or Might of Old Krosa? Let's go with the Might. Bondkin or Grapple? Let's take the Bondkin. And Thrive. Good pickup here. I don't think we're going to play Thought Scour. Okay, now we just have to pick up as much removal as we, or not removal, fixing as we can. Momentary Blink is a good pickup. But yeah, any fixing we need. Cryptic Spires, Bounce Lands. If we can find it, we'll play it. We might even pack one if our rares and uncommons aren't that great. Spider Spawning in a deck of nearly all creatures I like a lot. Yeah, cut the Might of Old Krosa. We're probably not playing it. Same with the Hyena Umbra. Probably, we're not playing Myth Realized or Spark Mage's Gambit. And Thrive is probably going to be a 4-drop. Here we have Mole Drifter. We're easily going to take Mole Drifter here. Works with Azuri, Grand Arbiter, Emil, so many things. And we did need removal, so Cell Beyond Reality looks pretty good over Cryptic. Do really want to pick up some Cryptic Spires, though. Let's take the Cryptic. Like, the Cell Beyond Reality is good, but we need the fixing if we're going to play literally anything. And now, Machias, the Lunarch. No, that is a good card. There's also Chronicler of Heroes, Eternal Witness, all good, but Machias is just amazing in this deck. And now just take another Cryptic Spires because we need the fixing over anything, really. So cuts might be like the Relief Captain. Double white's kind of hard to get. Then again, it's nearly always going to get some ramp-ish. Not ramp, but like get the counters on stuff. Sky Knight or Cryptic? Just be strict. Just be strict. Sky Knight is such a good card, though. Just take Cryptic. Coiling, Oracle, Sky Knight, or Cryptic. Take the Oracle here. Okay, I'm sorry, Cryptic, but the Oracle is just way too good. It can ramp, it draw cards, it does everything you'd ever want. Here, now we take another Cryptic over Boiler Works. And Nephelia Smuggler, perfect. I was really hoping for another Blink card, and now Coiling Oracle, Cryptic, or Sensor. We already have one, we don't need another, just take another Oracle. Yeah, Oracle's pretty good. Is Deep Analysis worth it? Some card draw? Yeah, probably. Conqueror's Flail. Equip creature plus +1 for each color among permanents you control, as long as it attacks a creature, your opponent can't cast spells during your turn. We might want that against like a counter magic heavy deck, even though there's like not much counter magic in this set. There's like Mana Leak, Is It Charm, and that's about it. No like real hard counters, I believe. I think we actually cut the Deep Analysis. Like, I like it and all, but we have better card draw. Or not better, but we don't need it. And now a Chronicler of Heroes looks pretty good. Works with both of our possible encounters and Flicker strategy. Thrive also looks nice. Actually, I'm not a big fan of Thrive now that I look more and more at it. Yeah, I think they cut the Thrive. Nothing really here. I don't think we're playing a second Forbidden Alchemy. The blinking with MacLeod is a little awkward, but overall I think it's pretty fine. We want as many creatures as we can for spider spawning. Lev Sky Knight wheeled. Wow. Wait, hopefully it wheels in this next pack. So taking that Cryptic Spire is paid off. I think we can cut the battlefield promotion combat trick. Doesn't really matter. We already have an Eel Umbra in the sideboard, right? No, we don't. That's fine. We don't want the Umbras really anyway. So we're looking to be this weird flicker +1/+1 counter deck. Yeah, Lay of Sky Knight number 2 didn't wheel, but one of them we're happy. We are pretty happy about that. And Dark Dweller Oracle. So yeah, we'll just figure this out later, as usual. 26. I think we want to run 16 lands, including the Sanctuary. So we cut like the Forbidden Alchemy. I don't really like it in this deck. The Forbidden Alchemy, the Deranged Assistant. Like it's creature-based ramp, I guess, but helps get to our 3 or 4 drops. Yeah, I think I still cut it. The Deranged Assistant. So yeah, blue will be more of a splash for just like some powerful cards. And then finally, do we cut 1 blink? Since we've got already Emil and Smuggler. Yeah, let's cut 1 momentary blink. Actually, no, we have room for it. But do we want to play 17 lands or 16? Like we got Smuggler and Emil to dump our mana into. Let's go 17. We just don't want to miss our land drops. Let's change the Cryptic Spires to green-white. Change color. Green-white. Change color. Blue-green. Throw these into the deck. Add lands. And how we want to split this up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 green pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 white pips. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue pips. So 13, 14, 8. And we've got room for 12 lands. So how about we go 4-4-4, since blue's pretty light in our multicolored lands. And we do want to get the Coiling Oracles down on turn 2. Yeah, I like this. Well, here is the deck. I'm just going to snip it real quick. And I will see you all in round 1. Alright, we're here in round 1 against Muda Foka, 13. we won the die roll, so we would be on the play. And easy keep for lands, Coiling Oracle. This hand looks pretty sweet. We'll lead off with a blue-white one, that way we can cast Coiling Oracle on turn 2. They lead with a Traveler's Amulet. Coiling Oracle, and get a Silencia Sanctuary. And pass the turn. Cartel Aristocrat. That's a little scary, but fine. Well, let's start with Azuri, Claw of Predation, and start that engine going if we can get a 2-powered creature. Then we can really start going into overdrive. We do have our double green for Web Weaver Changeling. If we do want to slam that, which is probably what we're going to do next turn. They're cracking their amulet for a forest. They're not swinging with their aristocrat. Interesting. Well, let's go with Web Weaver Changeling. Basically a mammoth spider. No attacks and pass. Azuri being an overpriced 3/3 at the moment. They cast a Blood Artist. That's scary. A Pride Mage. That is a perfect card to see. Let's cast that and get our first experience counter. Move to combat. Azuri will put the counter on... Let's go Web Weaver. And swing for 5. Because of Exalted. Second main phase, we will cast a Chronicler of Heroes and draw a card. And then play a blue-green, tap, Cryptic Spires, and pass. MacLeod the Lunarch. Next turn we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I like casting MacLeod for a low number right now, just to get Azuri another experience counter on Azuri. Coiling Oracle. Let's go with that. And they concede. Azuri's going to take over the game at that point. Okay, going against a Abzan Aristocrats style deck. Do we have like anything we want to board in? Not really. I think the deck's good as is, so we'll just throw it back in there. Here, this is a little risky if we don't draw a land, but keepable. Yeah, Azuri, that game did work. And played... That doesn't really matter which one. I guess we probably should have played the green-white just in case they drew either a green or white source to play Pride Mage. Now only a white source will do anything, and they mill 3 spells, so not land there. Still haven't hit a 3rd land, so hopefully we do soon. Play land into elites, and just like that, we are missing a land drop. The Deadly Recluse can hold back the Liliana's elite for now. Never mind. Oh, we take 7. Well, there's a land. That's good. Let's go with Sky Knight to get like a board position over Rejuvenator, and then lock down their elite. They cast Grapple, milling land, Seeker of the Way, and go for the throat. My guess is probably the Wolf Troll they're buying back over the Prowler. This Liliana's elite, though, is definitely looking pretty good. Yep, they take the Troll. Block. It can't really afford to take any more damage. And then they cast a Troll. I think here we go with the Rejuvenator. And then use it as a chump blocker. Bounce the island. And pass a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we can go like Grand Arbiter into Pride Mage. They hit their white, so they cast their own Pride Mage. And a Recluse. We could just cast Aether Snipe, bounce the Recluse, but that's gonna hurt too much, so let's go with Grand Arbiter Augustin the 4th. Into Pride Mage. We can't cast the Rejuvenator because it only gives white and blue spells the discount. And then pass a turn. They move to combat. They swing with everything. Arbiter goes there. Pride Mage goes there. We take 3. Damage happens. And then they just pass. That's actually good for us. So now we can start actually landing some things on board. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. This is 4. So what I can do is cast Aether Snipe, bounce, Recluse, cast Recluse. Yeah, I like that. This way, we can get our Death Toucher back online. We got a creature to block the troll. And then hopefully we can get some stuff down next turn to block their own Recluse. Because I don't think we want to sacrifice Arbiter yet for it. They just play a land. And they just passed the turn. Okay, so we're stabilizing. Let's play a land. Cast a Smuggler. Cast a Sensor Splicer. And cast a Rejuvenator. We put Coiling Oracle and Momentary Blink to the bottom. Overall, that is fine. And now we can start flooding the board with 3/3s. I like this. And then they just pass. That is good. Let's cast the Dauntless Escort. Now nothing of ours can die. And then just pass. And then activate Flicker Sensor. And then they can see GG's, opponent. GG's. On to the next game. And we're here for round number 2 against Matthew with a good-looking hand. No blue mana, but the Rejuvenator should be able to help us get there. On the draw, so we might have to discard a card to hand size. Which will probably be fine. Let's just hope they're not too aggressive, as we see a Seeker of the Way. Oh, there's a blue source. Let's just cast. And I am a utter fool. I just noticed that our plains was not a forest. We will be very hard punished if we time walk ourselves. Yep. Always yield. Bounces back. End of turn. Discard. Let's discard the Snipe. I think we don't have time for Coiling Oracle. It's nice and all, but I don't think we're going to have time to use it efficiently. They suspend Rift Bolt. Well, that's a problem. That means we can't Azuri this turn. We can Rejuvenate her as just like some ramp. Yeah, sure, I like that. Yeah, just cast Rejuvenator. Get our double green. Let's get the blue-green Cryptic Spires and pass the turn. Rift Bolt comes off suspend. They'll probably blow up the Rejuvenator. Unless they have like a Lava Coil. Oh, they're targeting our face. So this probably means they have creature removal. Myth realized. This is gonna hurt a lot. Isn't it? They're letting us chump block. Interesting. Spider spawning. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 mana, so let's go with Izuri, Claw of Predation, or Progress, into Deadly Recluse. Move to combat. Izuri grows the Deadly Recluse, and we pass. We are definitely willing to trade the Recluse with literally anything, because then that turns on our Webweaver Changeling. But they don't. They just pass. Cowards! Do we evoke the Mole Drifter? No. Let's hard cast the Mole Drifter. Yeah, I like that. Hard cast Mole Drifter. Get more counters. And a Nephelia Smuggler. Perfect draw. Counters on the Mole Drifter. Now we have a 5/5 flyer. Everything is coming along swimmingly. And they have a Domestication. That's fine. But they concede anyway. Yep, GG's opponent. Against a Prowess deck, we probably want to board in Spell Pierce. And cut like the Bondkin, since any Prowess basically turns off it, so yeah. Board in Spell Pierce, cut the Bondkin, looks pretty good. Here, this is going to be a hard mulligan, missing 2 colors. This is better, and with the Coiling Oracle on the draw, I think we can keep and put away the Pride Mage. Yeah, I like that. Cryptic Spires, blue, white, and pass. Hopefully we draw a green source for our Coiling Oracle. We do not. Just pass the turn. Maybe it was a mistake keeping this hand, but we're winning already. I don't think it's going to matter too much here as we keep drawing non-green lands when green is our most prevalent color in the deck. They're missing blue, but we hit green first. Let's start off with a Rejuvenator so we can start double spelling as we put Emil the Blessed, Chronicler of Heroes, Sky Knight, and Splicer onto the bottom. And pass the turn. They cast Helix. We can't Spell Pierce that. If they Elsha of the Infinite, that is scary. Let's Coiling Oracle. Yeah, Coiling Oracle and hit a Mole Drifter. Yeah, I think we evoke that. Actually, let's go with Dauntless Escort just to like start getting a board presence. And pass. As they cast a Swift Spear. Lava Coil. Well, we will always yield, always yield, always yield. Sacrifice the Dauntless Escort into Is It Charm, which we will Spell Pierce. Like, look at the stack. It's insane. Creatures get indestructible, so we can chump block for the turn. Lava Coil fizzles. But we're still taking 7, going down to 7, so things aren't looking amazing. Then again, there's always the bright side of an Aether Snipe. Hard cast it instead of evoking it. And then put Elsha back into their hand. No attacks, because we're probably wanting to chump block with the Coiling Oracle anyway. If they do choose to swing and have, like, something. They pass. Here. Let's cast, full cast Mole Drifter. Enter Battlefield, draw 2 cards. Play Cryptic Spires. And pass the turn. We do want our creatures to die. That way Spider Spawning can do something. Maybe we should put like a single swamp in the deck for Spider Spawning. Not sure about it though. Lightning Helix, that's actually good for us because they can't cast it right now. So that protects us for a turn at least. They're just going to cast it next turn, and that's going to be a problem. But Relief Captain's good. Let's plus and counter on all of our creatures. They might Helix our face, so we might just want to Spider Spawning and get some jump blockers. This is going to be toughy. What I could see them doing is like Lightning Helix and Is It Charm. This will be a 5/5. If it's Lava Coil, then they're going to do the same thing. They Lightning Helix the Mole Drifter as expected. And I guess they're hoping to get back Helix. Everything's gonna hurt, that's for sure. They got back their Is It Charm. So they're gonna Is It Charm the Captain. We're gonna trade and chump, go down to 3, and then Spider Spawning for 1,000,000. Seeker of the Way, as long as it's not a non-creature. Actually, we might want to just eat this, jump here, and go to 2. We are definitely in burn range, but hopefully we can live through it. Because now we cast Spider Spawning and create a bunch of 1/2s. No attacks and pass. Mole Drifter, luckily our spiders have reach. What do they have? Myth Realized. That's fine. Let's get a Rejuvenator out there. We're putting away a Deadly Recluse. They cast a Swift Spear into Dax Duplicate. Yeah, that's... Oh, interesting. They did not copy our Aether Snipe. Wow. They might have just not seen that play. So we can cast Conclave Mentor now. And if that dies, we gain a bit of life, so things are looking half bad right now. Nearly everything has prowess, though, so... Like, look at all these triggers! Yeah, that's game. Well, on to game 3. Draw, let's see, Coiling Oracle into Sanctuary. Yeah. Okay, so first and foremost, let's change color selection. Let's go blue-black. That way we have at least one land to flashback spider spawning. And then we're on the play, so that helps against this deck. Yeah, we'll throw it back in. Yes, we'd like to be on the play. Yeah, no blue mana, so mulligan. This is better. We will bottom a forest. Blue-green, Cryptic Spires, pass. No Spears, please. Thank you. White-green, Cryptic Spires, pass. Seeker of the Way. And then let's cast Rejuvenator. Always yield. Hit a plains. Pass a turn. Next turn, cast Zuri. They cast an Ingenious Scab. Blue, green. Cast Azuri, Claw of Predation. Or Claw of Progress. I keep calling it Predation when it's Progress. Maybe I'm thinking of another card. Can't remember. Always yield, always yield, always yield, because there's going to be a lot of triggers from these guys. I can't cast Lightning Helix at the moment, so that's a saving grace right now. We'll chump block. Yeah, like, I don't think I like taking 6 right now. Here, Sensor Splicer looks pretty good. Get an Azuri trigger, get a 3/3 that's actually going to be a 4/4. Pass the turn. Lava Coil still kills the Golem, but we'd rather have them kill the Golem than the Azuri. Next turn we can cast Relief Captain, bump everything up. And then Domestication the Azuri. Again. Except last time they conceded. This time we'll have to Aether Snipe it back. They don't get any counters, since they're not the ones with the counters. Cast Aether Snipe. Bounce Azuri back to hand. Do we swing for 4 and trade for the Scab? I don't think so. When we have a Relief Captain in hand. The hope is to draw an untapped land. Instead we draw Spider Spawning. Let's cast Azuri. Combat. Counters on our Golem. Swing for 5. Vigilance. If they want to trade with Elsha and Scab, I am happy to do so. Or just Elsha. But a continuous plus encounter every turn, along with it can possibly getting more and more. Looks pretty good. Ugh. So many prowess triggers. Why is prowess a thing? At least it's not banding, whatever that is. Is there like anyone who can understand what banding is? They just pass, and we are happy with that. Here, we'll cast a Rejuvenator into a Dauntless Escort. Cryptic Spires. Move to combat. Counters on the Golem. Swing for 7. They take it. And we pass the turn. They Lava Coil. Azuri, it seems to be. We'll sacrifice the Dauntless Escort to stop this. This fills our graveyard for our spider spawning shenanigans, which we might do next turn, even though it's only 2, just so we can get double Azuri triggers. And then start swinging in with our Aether Snipe as well. And I think I like swinging with an 8/8 Azuri. Even though it's not an amazing spider spawning, it triggers Azuri a bunch. Move to combat, counters here. Swing, this will force them to block with something at least. They'll probably block with a small Myth Realize, yep. The spider spawning also gives us some chump blockers. They do try and just start spamming some spells. Let's see, this looks like a Helix, I presume. Oh, no, just a Lava Coil. Well, Azuri has already gotten his fair share of work done, getting 4 counters on 2 different creatures, making them some threats. I'm happy with it. Relief Captain. Support that, and then support the 2 spiders. They can turn their Myth Realized into a creature, which is fine. Let's see, if we swing it with everything, they turn this into a creature. Even if they have like a Helix or something. Yeah, let's just play it safe. Swing with the Snipe and the Golem. They're probably going to bump up their Myth Realized, double block. Scab, nope, a Helix. Even worse. Even worse. They probably could have waited till they block, so they see how we block first, and then do that, but yeah. If they make a mistake, so be it. Yep, damage happens. We lose our golem. That is fine, but now their myth realizes down. We've lost a scab. And we're pretty good on board. I cast a Swift Spear. Mole Drifter, hard cast. Let's cast a Skynight. It will detain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just detain the Seeker of the Way, so that way if they do try and go off next turn, they can't gain life. We could have detained Elsha and swung with the spiders, but not sure that's really worth it. We'd just rather stop them from gaining life this turn. And now we have a attacker in the air to start dealing some damage. And another creature in the graveyard means spider spawning gets a little bit bigger. Solid Pride Mage. Combat. Swing. They cast Izzet Charm to blow up our Sky Knight. That is fine. That's just another creature in the grave. They're going to chump block with their Seeker. And second main phase. Flashback. Oh, we need one more mana. They land. Flashback spider spawning to create 4/1/1 1/2s. And pass the turn. Let's see what you've got. Arjun, the Shifting Flame. Cute. We got Grand Arbiter Augustin IV. And swing with a 9/9 Aether Snipe. Got jump block with something. Grand Arbiter is definitely going to make it hard for them to storm or do much of that. Two mana Swift Spear. It can flashback Deep Analysis. They cast a Seeker of the Way. Yep. This is all fine. Oh, they're flashing something in real quick. Izzet Charm? So the Arjun doesn't do anything. Swift Spear is a little annoying, but fine. And now they got a few chump blockers for our Aether Snipe. How much mana do we got? Grand Arbiter makes this cost 1 less, so this is going to be a X is equal to 9 Nicaeus. Swing, yeah, we can just swing for lethal next turn. chump block, and we pass. Let's see what they top deck. That's it. GG's, opponent. GG's. Yeah, Conclave Mentor would have sealed the deal right there. Well, that was match 2, and on to match 3. I will see you all there. Here we are in round 3 against Jamesina Bunker. This looks like a fine hand you'll keep. With the Silencia Sanctuary, it's basically a 5-land hand. We're on the draw, though, so we're probably going to spend turn 2 casting a Pride Mage or Recluse. They cast an Experiment 1. Fine by us. Annoying, but fine. Whoa, they mulligan down very hard. Seems like. Let me check the game logs to see how much they mulligan to. They mulligan to 5. Okay. So, move to combat, swing for 3. They take it, and then cast a Deadly Recluse. Sanctuary, bounce this, and pass a turn. They cast a Gnarlback Rhino. I think we block here. Like, Experiment 1's just going to be a problem and a half. Here. Let's go Island. And then cast Machias for 3. That way, next turn we can block Emil with Emil. It's best to get Machias online as soon as possible to start spreading the counters. Yeah, Emil doesn't really have any good flicker targets at the moment. And we're pretty flooded at the moment. But I think if we draw like any of our flicker cards, we're going to be in a pretty good shape. Especially if we draw like a Mole Drifter. Dromcom. That sucks. Not only do they draw a card, but they also kill our Machias. Into a Umbra. Ugh. This is getting worse and worse. Into a Thrive. Momentary Blink. Well, let's just cast Emil for now. And pass. We can blow up the Hyena Umbra with the Pride Mage. We probably should have swung there for 3. That's fine, though. They cast a Bonkin. Play land. Cast Chronicler of Heroes. Let's put Chronicler first, or after. Always yield. Pay the 1. Yes. And now we do have a creature on board with a counter on it, so we do draw that card. And then we will pass the turn. And we will blow up the Hyena Umbra with the Pride Mage. Let's blow that up. So now it doesn't have first strike. And although we do lose a meal, I think we need to double block here. And then we can start stabilizing with a bunch of golems. Wait. I forgot about the Bonkin giving first strike. Ah. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was just a big dumb play on my part. Sensor Splicer. Pass the turn. Let's see, first strike. Yeah, we just gotta have to double block to prevent trample damage. I mean, last turn I think was still fine. It was a fine play, it's just that it hurts now. Momentary blink the Splicer, get another golem. Cast a Smuggler. The Crypt expires and pass the turn. And we probably should have swung for 6 again. I am not thinking very well here. Guess too much pressure for a trophy now. It's making my wheels spin wrong. So like we missed 9 damage so far, so they could be at 8 right now. They move to combat. They swing. You have to block with at least a golem. We go down to 2. And then they have a flyer, because of course. Well, let's flashback momentary blink to get another golem. And Azuri, yeah, that's game. GG's. Conclave Mentor, Layev Sky Knights. We were 2 cards away from possibly being saved. Okay, so this is an aggressive deck, to say the least. I think we want to put in Battlefield Promotion here. And then cut the spider spawning. I think it's going to be too slow in this matchup, especially with a Trampler in their deck. Yeah, we just need some early game, and the spider spawning is just a bunch of late game. On the play, yes, and ship this hand away. This is better. We're still missing blue. Let's mulligan. Oh, can't we even win on a multi-4? No, we can't. Let's just hope we draw a green source. Land and say go. Come on, green source. Any day now. Sky Knight's fine. Slow him down a bit. Ooh, a hardened scales. Glad we can lock down the Bonkin. They're definitely going to just outlast on their turn. So we just pass. Yeah, with no green in this start, I don't think we can win this. Oh, they're swinging. Surprising. And they cast a Rhino. Ah, well, I guess we're not trophying today, but it was fun. Yeah, GG's, opponent. GG's. Well, if you enjoyed the game, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all another time. If you want to check out one of my other videos, they'll be in the top left corner over here. And until next time.